Hi, this is Mr. Ant, and I've been asked by the Nightchild to come up with my 5 most iconic performances that Prince gave with the cloud guitar. And I think, first up, there's no more iconic moment than March the 30th, 1985, Syracuse, New York. 18-minute version of Purple Rain. The album, the film that the guitar was made for. And Prince comes out to begin with playing the Fender. Maybe the crowd was disappointed, thinking, oh no, he's not going to use it. And then after a short solo, walks off, comes back on with the iconic white cloud guitar. I mean, an image that has been etched into the memory. Anybody who thinks of Prince will see him in his Purple Rain trench coat and that white guitar. The most iconic guitar in music history, probably. And the performance he gives is unbelievable. An 18-minute version, and Prince begins his solo, which goes on for almost 10 minutes. It's unbelievable. He goes from one side of the stage to the other, up the stairs, round the corner, back down. You think he's finished and then he's not. Then you think he's finished again and then he carries on, hitting some incredible high wailing notes. There's a point where he goes off to the side of the stage and he's just hitting these high notes over and over and over. Eyes shut tightly, mouth there's just no way to explain it. Just look at the expression on his face. He's feeling every emotion of every note that comes out of that cloud guitar. And there's a bit that I just absolutely love where he's gone for his walkabout with the guitar still playing, and as he comes back centre stage, thinking that it's coming to the end, Prince suddenly bursts into another solo, and you can see Apollonia in the background just start falling about laughing as she can't believe he's still going. It's a classic moment, because by this time everyone's on stage. Sheila and her band and Apollonia 6, Jerome Benton. It's just absolutely incredible. I think it's got to be probably the most iconic moment. It's what the guitar was made for, and it's got to be the most iconic moment of Prince with the cloud guitar. 9th of September in Dortmund, 1988, and Prince is on his last gig of the Love Sexy tour in Europe. A gig that was televised live and a gig that was released on VHS video. An incredible performance, one that has unbelievable energy levels. Maybe it's because Prince knew it was being televised, he just gave it that little bit even more than he normally would do. But the whole performance is just unbelievable on another universe. And my iconic moment number 2 on the cloud guitar comes from his performance of The Cross on the second half of the show. It's incredible. It's not a long solo, but it doesn't make it any less powerful than any of the others. In a minute or so, he just gives it everything in an incredible blistering guitar solo that sees him pulling an incredible amount of faces and shouting and talking out to the audience. I don't know what he's saying as he's performing it. It's the pure embodiment of the instrument. Prince is one with that guitar in that moment. It's incredible. And there's a bit right at the end of the solo where you see his fingers go down the fretboard at blistering speed, and oh wow. And as he brings the solo to an end, you even see Sheila E. out of breath on the drums, panting heavily, and a woman who at the time you were allowed to bring guitars into auditoriums, clutching her acoustic guitar, fist in her mouth, absolutely overcome with excitement. It is an unbelievable moment of that tour and on that live performance, and a brilliant, iconic cloud guitar moment. There are a few more in that show, but that one just does it for me, just because of the raw emotion and energy that Prince puts into it. By 1993, Prince had moved on to a dark blue looking cloud guitar, having previously used the yellow one for Diamonds and Pearls era. During 1993, Prince was doing the Act 1 Act 2 tour, and I went to the Act 2 tour at Wembley Stadium and then the final show at Wembley Arena. And it's after this show at Wembley Arena where my iconic moment number 3 comes. Prince announced a now famous after-show party at Bagley's Warehouse, which was later on released on VHS tape. Prince turned up, dressed all in yellow with stripy trousers, looking a little bit like a cross between a sherbet lemon and a humbug, but still ultra cool, and then pulls out the yellow cloud guitar again. And this is where my iconic moment comes. There are many amazing solos during this performance, especially during Call the Law, which almost took it for me. But the iconic moment for me is at the end during a high octane energy-driven performance of Peach, including crowd surfing by Maite and jumping up and down and just going completely wild, that sort of segues into a rock-out instrumental version of Chaos and Disorder at the end. So my iconic moment comes at the end of Peach and in the Chaos and Disorder, where Prince clears a space for himself on the stage, scowl on his face, high energy, grabs the yellow cloud from around his neck and slams it down hard into the stage, strutting off into the distance, leaving the cloud guitar in a heap on the stage, seemingly retiring in it from service. As we never saw it again, at least I never did. It was never seen again on DVD or VHS, and I never saw him play it again live. Only the blue one then for years to come, until the cymbal guitar took over, and then he got rid of the cloud guitars completely. So it has to be an iconic moment because it seems to be the end of my favourite cloud guitar, the yellow cloud guitar. My fourth iconic guitar moment comes from Prince's Rave Into the Year 2000 gig, a pay-per-view concert in 1999. It was released on DVD back then and then recently with the reissues. This show is absolutely cram full of incredible solos. Prince on the dark blue cloud guitar tears it up through Let's Go Crazy, The Cross, Purple Rain, with Lenny Kravitz on Fly Away and American Woman. There's just so many iconic moments. And it's just an incredible show. A great DVD to watch, high quality. You can really see what Prince is all about. But my iconic moment comes from Prince's cover of Jimi Hendrix' Red House, which of course, being Prince, is now Purple House. Here Prince tears up the blues in a blistering solo that absolutely leaves me speechless and breathless every time. When Prince gets going, the speed in which he goes up and down the fretboard is mesmerising. He's just so damn good, and the cloud guitar never sounded so amazing. And there's a part where Prince himself, mid-solo, turns to look at the audience, throws his hand up behind his head to do his hair and gives that cheeky smile and say, yeah, you know how good I am. It's so iconic, it is incredible. And then there's a bit where the solo comes to the end and everyone stops, as you know, Prince bands, as tight as they are, all on the one, and the guitar goes bam, 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 bam. Prince, one hand in the air, plectrum between his fingers, just absolutely fantastic. This shows you what Prince is all about, his virtuoso skills, how adaptable he was, how incredible he was on the guitar, and it has to be an iconic cloud guitar moment. Check it out.
Hi, it's the Night Child, and after talking with Mr. Ant, we decided that for song selection number 5, we were going to bring in somebody who knows so much about Prince, who's passionate about Prince's work, really takes pride and passion in understanding all things Prince, and that person is you. So it's very simple. For song selection number 5, we want to know, what's your take? What's your iconic cloud guitar moment? Are you going to go for 1987 and I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man from the Sun and the Times album? Or maybe you're going to go and look at the early 90s and Prince playing Get Off. Whatever your selection, let us know in the comments below. Thank you.